Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's live stream on Twitch. Welcome. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for popping past and watching me live right now. And if you are doing so, hi, how you doing? Thanks for watching. But if you couldn't make it to today's live stream and you're watching this back on my YouTube channel, once again, hi, how's your dog? Thanks for watching. Now, it's never necessary, it's never asked for, but hey, if you want to like my videos, subscribe to my channels, come visit me over on Twitch and Twitter, and YouTube, Marbrolay, M-A-R-B-R-O-L-A-Y, why not? Now, we've just been sent a brand new game that just got released by the amazing people at Penguin Pop Games. So this stream is proudly sponsored by, supported by, and supplied by the amazing people. The amazing? Did I say amazing? Yes, it is. And fantastic as well. Brilliant people. Penguin Pop Games. Check them out. It's called Graveyard Girls. And I'm going to tell you what it's about right about now. When two girls meet in a graveyard on Halloween, grief isn't as low. It's a terrifying high on top of a mountain I'd never climbed. Visiting her father's grave on Halloween was never the plan. But Ellie finds herself drawn to the local cemetery, hoping to find a resemblance of closure. She arrives at his graveyards with a notebook clutched to her chest. Sitting against his headstone, Ellie talks to her dad for the first time in years. Drowning in downpour of memories, she closes her eyes and focuses on breathing. Daylight slips away, but before Ellie can leave, a stranger approaches. When Ellie and Lucia meet on Hallows Eve, two grieving words collide. Graveyard Girls is a Halloween-themed visual novel about complicated grief and overcoming hardship. Collect Ellie's scribbles to learn about her struggles, befriend a mysterious girl, and talk about death and loss. So the game features collect Ellie's scribbles and learn about her struggles. Once we said that, beautiful girls on Halloween. Conversations about grief and normalizing questions about death. Subtle romantic tones. Okay, so once again, the publisher is Penguin Pop Games. The genre is a visual novel adventure RPG. Just been released on the 1st of February 2024. Support language in English. It's available on the Nintendo Switch, the PS4, the PS5, the Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X. Today I am playing on the Xbox Series X. Let's just, this is memories. So we haven't played the game before. Obviously this is going to be like a galley. We've unlocked one already. I don't know how we did that. I think that's just the first, like the title one. That's loud, isn't it? There's the options. We're going to change that sound volume. Because that's going straight. That's piercing. Very piercing. Yes, better. About the game. So this is Graveyard Girls version 1.2. Thank you for playing Graveyard Girls. This game gives mature content. Viewer discretion is advised. If you struggle, please consider reaching out to a trusted friend, family member, or mental health professional. Content in this game is subject to copyright, may not be edited or redistributed for any purpose without written permission of the Delphium Interactive. They're the developers of the game. Made with Renpai. No idea. But thank you guys for developing the game. And once again, thank you for publishing the game, Penguin Pop Games. Let's start it. Welcome to the stream, Brookie. And thank you for the lurk, Jericho. Okay, Graveyard Girls depicts the complicated and traumatic aftermath of losing a parent during young adulthood. This topic has been addressed as authentically as possible. If you're struggling with grief, you may not have a safe experience playing this game. You have been warned. The game is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Would you like to continue? See, I played a game yesterday. I streamed Silent Hill, a short message, not memory. Silent Hill is short message. I streamed that yesterday. Went for 3 hours because I had to pick my daughter up halfway in between it and stuff like that. And I swore a lot and it was scary. And anyway, it's on my YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, there's a full gameplay, complete walkthrough of it and everything like that. Now that's got heaps of suicide things in it, mental health in it, bullying and stuff like that. And today I get sent this game. It's kind of like the same. Not suicide, but like a mental health. So I'm doing back-to-back games. This is going to be a depressing weekend. I can feel it coming. I hope not. Yes, we wish to continue. Okay, choices in this game unlock scribbles. They are available in memory sections of the main menu after unlocking. We saw that before. Once again, guys, this is a visual novel, so please beware. I am not very good at speaking. I am Australian. You need to forgive me for that. The leaves crunch below my feet as I make my way through the cemetery, counting each row that I pass. A frigid gust of wind catches my hair and blows into my vision. 10G, achievement unlocked for Xbox, visit the cemetery. I had no choice not to visit the cemetery, but I got an achievement. So for you achievement hunters out there, you get one straight off the bat. I tuck it away carefully. I can't help but remember how he used to tease me about finding my long hair everywhere. He'd always tell me how beautiful it was. Beautiful soundtrack in the background, get this like Japanese vibe from it. I don't know. Something you'd hear in like Shenmue. Ever played Shenmue before, guys? If you haven't, go play it. One of the most amazing games I've ever played. Shenmue 1, 2, 3. Hope they make a 4. Why not? Once I find the section I've been searching for, I let out a sigh. Although, it's not a relief. The cold stone inscription stares back at me, expressionless. Jason Gray, beloved husband and father. As I read the name quietly to myself, I feel like he's greeted me in his own way. What am I supposed to say? Nothing seems quite right, so I settle on the simplest of phrases. Hi, Dad. I made it. I know it's been a while. In truth, it's been too long. The last time I visited, he didn't even have a headstone. I'm sorry. I should have come sooner. What am I thinking? Coming here isn't going to help. As if talking to a polished rock is going to bring any kind of closure. I turn to leave, but there's a magnetism to this place. As if he'd reached for my hand and said, "You're leaving already?" I gazed back at the headstone and whispered to myself, "You want me to stay? Fine." My mum always insisted that I be careful not to stand on graves when visiting cemeteries. Yeah, it's bad luck, guys. Never stand on someone's grave. Very bad luck. Very disrespectful as well. Should be smacked in the face for it or punched in the back of the head with a fish. But that was out of respect for strangers. This is my dad's resting place. I sat on his lap 1,000 times before. What would he care if I rested on his grave now? That's fair enough. I know if I'm buried at a grave, if I go and I'm buried at a grave, when I go and I'm buried at a grave, if I am buried at a grave in a cemetery, I hope my daughter comes visit me every day and lays on me. I know he wouldn't have minded. Without another moment of hesitation, I brush away the leaves and sit back against his headstone. I lay my notebook across my thighs and settle into place. The art in this game, there are visualizations spectacular. I love it. Looks really, really good. If I'm staying for a while, I'm getting comfy. I glimpse towards the late afternoon sun and pause to admire the golden glow of autumn. He loved this time of year. Well, I'm guessing not much has changed with you. He'd appreciate that sarcasm and dark humour was his thing. That's probably where I got it from. I just sit. I just sit here and talk to myself. Like a crazy person. I take a deep breath in, but the crisp air won't soothe the ache in my lungs. I need to say something. Anything. Okay, stay positive. We'll talk about Mum. So if you're watching me live right now, I've got an achievement just off the bat. 90 Gs, it's been a minute. Start a conversation with your dad. So, once again, guys, that's 2 achievements, and we've been playing for... we've been streaming for 12 minutes, but we've been playing shorter than that because I was, talking for a while. Okay, so what do you reckon? Talk about Mum or stay positive? Let's just talk about her mum. He needs to know. I guess it's time to tell you what's been going on. You might not love what I have to say next. You'd probably be angry. At least, I think you would have been. I try to keep it short. So, you died. And no one saw it coming. One day you were... gone. I don't think I've processed that yet, to be honest. Mum couldn't handle the pain, so she shut down. I guess that was her coping mechanism. She spent months crying over you. She barely slept or ate. I didn't expect this to be easy, but I thought I'd still have my mum to lean on. I convinced myself that I was lucky to have her, regardless of how she was handling this. That's what I kept telling myself on the worst days. We weren't alone either. People tried to support her. Aunt Cora, Aunt Cora wanted her to visit a therapist, but Mum locked the doors and ignored her phone. I tried to talk to her too, but it was like she couldn't hear me. She was a shell of a person, shutting everything and everyone out. I thought she needed time, but one morning she packed her clothes and bought a plane ticket. There was no warning. She said she'd be back in 2 weeks, that she needed a vacation. Okay, 25 G's, dear diary. Unlock Ellie's diary. 3rd achievement, guys. Mum left, and it sucks to say, but I never knew she wouldn't come back. I've seen her a handful of times since. One of those times was to sell a house that you built. I still drive past it. I like to pretend that you're waiting on the porch, having a cigarette or watering the plants. It's soothing in a strange way. Like opening my favourite chapter in an old book, pretending I don't know the ending. I pause to catch my breath. Mum is in an apartment on the other side of the country with her new boyfriend, but I stayed here. She helped with the tuition and rent, but she's gone. Honestly, if you saw her today, you wouldn't recognise her. I feel like I never really knew her. She left me behind, and I think it's because I remind her of you. There's a hole in my heart where Mum used to be, and I hated her. A part of me still does. I used to think it would be easier if she disappeared. Isn't that horrible? Fuck me. Saying it in the worst than feeling it quietly. Daddy, I spent so much time hating her. She took up all the space I had left in my heart. But the worst part of it all is, it's that I think I forgot to deal with losing you. That's why I'm here today. Because the person I need to talk to most in this world isn't part of this world. I look skyward and I blink, back wielding tears. Huh? Aunt Cora used to tell me to think of you smiling down at me. Won't be a second, guys. Just got to quickly go and get a drink. Won't be a second. Okay, back, got some quality H2O water for the water by Bobby Boucher. I keep thinking how sweet she is to say that, but when I picture you, you're looking up. I know that sounds dark, but seriously, what's left of you is 6 feet below me. Cora wanted me to remember you in a happy way. I get that. I'm just too literal. I searched for what to say next and wonder what he'd say if we were here. The truth is, I don't know how you'd feel. I didn't get a chance to know you better. Cora's words echo in my mind. That smile. What was your smile like anyway? And why didn't I try harder to preserve it in the first place? A frustration that I can't swallow begins to form in my throat. I stay silent, afraid that my voice will break, and the rest of me will follow. I do my best to eliminate my dad's grin in my mind's eyes, but there's nothing. A stray leaf dances in front of me before heading west with the wind. I push away the distraction and close my eyes, focusing myself to focus on the lost expressions. I tried to visit each part of him. His amber eyes, his perfect straight nose, the way his eyebrows frowned when I asked too many questions. Slowly, I could piece him together, but he wouldn't assemble. Even his voice was a dulling whisper. Why couldn't I remember how he spoke? One exact phrase plucked from the memory would be enough to hear him, but the words remained unspoken. I couldn't even remember how he said it when he said, "I love you." Won't be a second, guys. A familiar plane begins to claw at my chest when I buried under mountain of pills early this morning. Mountain of pills early this morning. No, not now. I inhale a ragged breath and shove the shadows away. It's something I have practiced for a while now. Keep talking. Distract yourself. You know, it's good that I visit before the snow. Winter is nearly here. You might not realize it, but today is your favorite holiday. It's also the day you died. Oh, great. 4 years ago. Maybe you knew that part, though. He suffered long enough to know he was going to die, I think. That was the detail that he made me vomit when he told me about his accident. He was awake when the ambulance arrived. Why wasn't it faster? In my constant reimaginations, he'd always be unconscious. I couldn't bring myself to picture any details. I didn't want to remember how he suffered, but it was a part of his story. It was a part of his life. Hey, Heather Talks Nerdy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to my channel. Thank you. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying your stay. Once again, thank you for the follow. His suffering and vices had even drifted into my dreams lately. The anniversary always amplified them. I tried smoking and drinking just to see what you thought was so great about it. I must have gotten the genes from you because they're my favorite crutch now. I don't know why you tortured yourself with them. At least I have my reasons. But I did know. My mum stopped hiding her broken marriage once his casket was closed. I knew things were rough, but I didn't realize how destructive they were. Lately, I've started to question my mother was the true monster in his life. Sorry guys, I'm actually struggling reading this. It's really emotional. Okay, back. Lately, I've started to question if my mother was the true monster in his life. It's funny, I spend so much time talking to myself when you torture yourself with shitty choices when I mirror them daily. That's why I'm here too. Because I'm your daughter. I came here to suffer, not to heal. The pain doesn't mend like a paper cut, Dad. It festers like a gunshot. I'm so frustrated because now I know who Mum is. She's shown the world her true colours. You deserve better. Why can't I picture her so perfectly? It's not fair. I bite my lip and push my mother's face from my memory. This isn't about her. Don't let her steal this moment. Anyway, I've been writing. Quite a lot, actually. Almost daily. It's therapeutical, I think. Getting my feelings on paper helps me detach from them. There's a little less heavy when I read them aloud. When I write, I can push the darkest thoughts I'm having away, even momentarily. The best part is, I'm not afraid that someone's listening and analysing. It feels safer than the grief counselling I attend. I don't think the professionals were judging me, but when they listened, I felt them processing my words in misunderstanding. Just because I write dark things doesn't mean I'm a dark person. I'm reaching for brighter thoughts and feelings when I let those words go. My new therapist understands. She's different than the others. It finally feels important that I go to my appointments. I don't look forward to them because they're a lot. But when I leave, I feel lighter. Like I've lessened the load on my shoulders. I get scared sometimes because each day is a wild card. I hate feeling like everything is out of my control. I'm terrified that therapy can't save me. I don't want to bottle things up again. Holding that shit was the worst idea I've ever had. Fuck it. Dad, I'm done pretending. I drink, I smoke, I pop some pills before I left the house. I do anything to be numb. And I'm afraid that screwing my feelings isn't enough. I thought the pain was dulling, but it's worse than the day you died. Oh boy. I know you're not here today, but I keep picturing you every tomorrow. And each day that image grows a little dimmer. Oh. Between losing you and Mum taking off, I've been trying so hard to feel empty. Being happy felt out of reach, so feeling less became the best option. Turns out being destructive couldn't save me. You can't hear drowning girls cry. Okay, another achievement, 10 Gs, the mountain. Unlock the mountain scribble. Oh, okay. I wipe away the overflowing stream of tears with my sleeve and shut my eyes. Practice those deep breaths. It's okay to be upset. I inhale and exhale, but the breaths are intruded on. The earth sways below, the sensation of floating overcomes me, almost like sitting on a boat. Oh, why does it feel like the world's drifting? It's probably those stupid allergy pills. A twinge of concern washes over me and I try to measure the state of my liver, but I excuse the thoughts quickly. It's not like I eat vegetables or drink enough water anyway. Coffee, bread, and cheese are my food groups. It was a dumb to take more pills before leaving. I know it's a bad day when I can't keep me from crying. I try to focus on the positives. At least, I was doing better. Taking them as prescribed was a challenge, but I managed it for quite a while. Today was a hiccup. They're usually a subtle but helpful bandage. I am an idiot for thinking they can handle this visit. Subtle can't cover this. How could I ever expect the visit to be easy? It was naive of me. Today is always going to be a fucking sting. The words I whispered under my breath 1,000 times echo out once again. You're never going to be okay. I sit with the words. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I'm going to call you Butter because I can't pronounce your name. But I see Butter in there. So Butter, once again, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. You're never going to be okay. Never. Ever. Again. I tell myself that I needed to get those words out of my system. But I know that they're bound to spit on the tip of my tongue again, waiting to escape. With my eyes still shut, I sigh and let my thoughts drift with the vertigo. Maybe those pills weren't so useless. A chilly gust lifts fluttering leaves away from the earth, and I can feel them dancing through the air. I begin to imagine that I'm flying with them, trailing away from this place. Away from my own body. Hello? A voice. I must have imagined it. Are you okay? What the? I open my eyes and subtle upwards in a gaze. I hurriedly dust off my clothes before looking towards the stranger beyond the question. Hey builders, welcome to the stream, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, well done. I'm not ignoring you. You idiot. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is, builders. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I'm taken aback by my presence. I didn't expect to see anyone here. I'm glad you're doing good, builders. Glad you're doing well, my friend. No, it's fine. You didn't scare me. My throbbing heart tells a different story. Message me off stream and get back into the range, you clown. I suddenly feel thankful that I'm not the blushing type. You alright? I'm fine, why? She gestures towards my dad's headstone and subtile raises her eyebrows, sorry. I think you were sleeping on someone's grave. Did you, know them? I laugh half-heartedly. It's my dad, he wouldn't mind. Oh, the girl's posture stiffens noticeably and I remind myself to tone back the abruptness. You're not talking to a ghost anymore. Act normal. I ask for a name. Be polite. What's your name? Lucia. I'm Lucia. And you are... I quickly realized I should have introduced myself first. I would have been more polite to do that thing to do. Why do I always feel so disjointed when I meet new people? It's embarrassing. My name is Ellie. It's nice to meet you. That sounded more robotic than genuine, but at least I'm trying. So, Ellie, do you mind if I ask why you're napping in the cemetery? Well, it wasn't on the agenda. I took an allergy medication and it hit me a little harder than I had anticipated. Oh, I've been there. What are you allergic to? I scrambled to come up with a good excuse. Not too sure. Had some hives and I figured it was best to take a pill. Or 4. I get it. Sometimes cats make my eyes itchy. I pat them anyway. They're worth it. I can't help but smile back at Lucia. She seems sweet. So you're visiting someone too? Lucia's smile flatters. Nice job. You're always good at brightening the room. Yes, my sister passed away. Her name was Kate. She died last week. Oh, man. I can't help but regurgitate the sentence that everyone has spoken to me in the past. I'm sorry. Lucia shifts her feet uncomfortably and stares at the ground. I remember standing like that too, unsure on how to respond. Sorry, that wasn't quite the right thing to say. I don't mind. It's what everyone says. I know, I've been there. My dad died 4 years ago, so the memories are still pretty fresh. Lucia's eyes widen fearfully. They are? I struggle to backtrack, jumping to console her at best I can. Console her. Not in the same way that you're feeling. I mean, this is anniversary today, so it feels closer than usual. Hey, Red and Pop Man, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Penguin Pop Games, guys. Big shout out for Penguin Pop Games. Graveyard Girls. Now, Red and Pop Man, to be honest, the start of this game, I struggled to read it. Absolutely struggled. I haven't had a game. I don't think I've had a game hit me like it did that much. Like I was in tears almost. Like I had to pause, I had to turn the mic off. And it was, oh man, I'm still thinking of it now. I'm struggling. Like the soundtrack in the background and just the way they spoke the words, and I was just saying that aloud. Man, I had to turn the mic off like a number of times to cope, and I almost just burst out. I don't think I've had a game hit me like that ever. Oh man, it was rough. What a game! Like what a start to a game. Like it was, to be honest, it was rough but magical in the same way. Like it's a special game. Trust me. The way they use the words, the way they use the soundtrack. If you can get through that first part with a dry eye, you've got issues. I tell you that. If you can read the first part of this, if you get past this game without a dry eye, or without even like a bit of a, stuck in your throat, then you're the one with the issues. I tell you what, man, I struggle. Lucia's shoulders drop slightly as her gaze softens. That's understandable. You get it now. It's been visiting on Kate's day too. Does visiting get easier? A Molotov mixture of disgust and embarrassment builds in my chest. What am I supposed to say? Okay, so lie to confront her or tell her the truth? I'm going to tell her the truth. I decided the truth is the best option. I don't know. Her eyebrows follow slightly, a hint of confused glimmers to her gaze. What do you do? I mean, that I haven't been here since he was. I trail off, the words too heavy to speak. I haven't talked about his burial before. The smooth and polished shine of his cherry wood casket revisits me. No, don't cry in front of her. Don't scare her. I shake my head and try to find my way back to the present. Sorry. Lucia nods in silent understanding. We pause for a moment, both not quite sure how to continue. Lucia takes a step closer, trying her best to mend the gap between us. Ellie, you don't have to explain. I'm sorry that I prodded. I expected knots in my stomach to twist in time, but they nearly surrendered as Lucia looks at me apologetically. Instead of burying the words and leaving them to wait for my notebook, I speak up. I want to explain. Lucia smiles softly with a hint of encouragement. When it came to the visiting, I couldn't do it. It never felt right. My memories of him aren't in the spot. They're everywhere but here. I tried once, but it wasn't long after he passed. He was full of life, so his graveyard, it was a place I could reflect on him. Until today. Yeah, today I wanted to try again. I'm not exactly sure why. I guess I hoped it would help with closure. Lucia looks towards my father's headstone. Those are beautiful flowers. I like the arrangement you chose. I bite my lip unconsciously. Thanks, but I didn't leave those. I think his sister was here earlier. Cora is a big on flowers. Oh well, she has good taste. Sorry to focus on the flowers, I can't help myself. I'm a florist. That's interesting. The anxious realization that I never thought to bring my dad flowers hits me. He never even crossed my mind. Does Lewis think it's rude that I didn't? Maybe you could suggest a boutique for my dad. I should have brought one. Hey, if it's not your thing, don't feel like it has to buy them. Lucia smiles carefully as she reads me like an open book. I don't have an ideal though. If you want to leave him something meaningful, please, I'd love to. I expect not to mean a lot. I expect not to mean that, but for some reasons I want to. Wait here, please. I nod as Lyra walks past me. Oh, see that? Bit of a glitch there? Where she walked like 3 times when she left? It happens quite often in these visual novels. I always play visual novels, and when the person leaves the screen or comes on the screen, they do it like a repeat. It happens quite often, I don't know why. I flipped through the notes instead of staring at them, doing my best not to act intense. Where did this girl come from? She's so sweet. The crutch of fallen leaves under my foot carries from the distance. Lucia stands closer than before. I brought you this. She reaches into her bag and extends her hand. So the art in this game is unbelievable. It's really, really nice. A single icy blue rose sits between her thumb and forefinger. I reach forward, but stop in hesitation. Okay guys, 90 G's, Lucia's gift, achievement unlocked, accept Lucia's blue rose. Where did you get it? It was left at Kate's grave. A gasp escapes my lips and I shake my head. I can't take that. No, don't worry. Kate wouldn't want your father to have a flower. She doesn't like roses anyway. Lucia trails off, realizing what she has said. I didn't. Kate didn't like roses. I try my best to reassure her with a gaze. I accept the rose. Thank you. The persistent tease thing, it goes away. Don't feel like I need to jump to correct yourself. Time will take care of it. Lucia nods silently in response. As I kneel against the cold earth to place the blue rose on my dad's grave, I realize how fresh the flower is. The edges of the pedestals have barely begun to wilt. I feel Lucia's eyes in the back. Before turning towards her, I ask the question of my mind. Lucia, when was Kate's funeral? Yesterday. As I face Lucia, I want to ask her why she's here today. I want to know how she's doing. I want to hug her. I want to make her feel less alone, even if a fraction of a second. I want to give her what I've never had. A moment of silence passes us by. But before I can ask Lucia to let me in, she breaks the silence herself. Are you still tired? I massage the back of my neck unmercifully and laugh a little. Yeah. Did the dark circles give me away? Lucia giggles softly. No, your eyes are fine. That was a kind of her lie about. I looked in the mirror before. I can't believe I fell asleep. It's a little embarrassing. Don't worry about it. You drink coffee? Do you drink coffee? Yes. Let me buy you one. You don't want to sleep through Halloween. There's a great coffee shop in the old town district. I didn't have my morning coffee today. I had an orange juice instead. Old town? Isn't that a little far? Did you drive here? No, I walked. Well, I don't mind giving you a ride. Let me take you. It's my treat. Unless you have other plans. I don't, but a part of me remains hesitant. Getting into cars with strangers isn't something my parents encourage, that's for sure. She seems harmless enough, but I don't actually know her. Plus, today is not exactly an easy day for me. Lucia quietly reads over my rigid stance. Without explanation, she grins and starts to giggle at me. Did you want to take a selfie together? What? You can send it to a friend. That way, if you go missing, they'll know exactly who to look for. That's a good one. I smile back at her and subtly shake my head. Nah, it's fine. I stick out my thumb in a hitchhiking fashion. I love the feel of getting in the car with a stranger. Lucia playfully rolls her eyes before winking at me. Buckle up, we're going for a ride. We head towards the road, walking past rows of head signs, side by side. I didn't imagine I'm leaving her with someone. The feeling of walking close to her is strangely comforting. Okay, 90 G's, another achievement, unexpected. You didn't expect to leave with someone. I guess I've always expected to be here alone. Even if I had a special person in my life, I wouldn't ask them to come here. It's hard to understand what it's like to visit this place, unless you're missing someone. The drive to the coffee shop was uneventful. Lucia's car had heated seats, so I'd try my best to subtly warm my hands under my legs. She doesn't seem to notice and stays focused on driving. We chat about weather, mostly. Once we reach the old town district, Lucia carefully navigates towards the last parking spot on the street. And on that note, guys, it's time to save the game. Right there. Back to main menu. Yes, and let's have a look at the memories. What do we unlock? This one? This one? The cafe? This is boo because it's got Halloween going on. And obviously, oh, sorry. I can't even get to this book. Yeah, won't let me get to the book. Why won't it let me get to the book? Okay, so can I? There we go, there's the book. Oh, can I actually read this stuff? Dear future self, I know she wouldn't come back. I knew it, and I can't really convince myself she was telling the truth regardless. I need a vacation. Something, and you had to break. This is about her mum, I think. It's hard for me to read. What the fuck is wrong with me? She doesn't have to be a puppet to me. I've always been twisted myself. It's hard for me to read that, to be honest. But yeah, there it is. I'll leave it on the screen for a bit so you guys can pause it up on YouTube and read it back later on. What's up, Rattapop Man? It's the wrong one again. Here's another one. Grief isn't as low. It's a terrifying high atop a mountain I never climbed. How am I supposed to make my descent? I cling to the first step. Soft palms, already stained red. The steep diffs terrifying and enclosure me. The temptation of flight beckons. The crash of the afterthoughts. I think to jump, but I'm already falling. No one even noticed. It's not that hard to use. It was probably just me. I did notice when playing it. There's another beautiful image. You know that the characters we know how I've had this problem before with visual novels. When the characters come and go on the screen, they kind of like glitch out. They kind of like instead of just going on and off the screen, they just kind of like go back and forwards, then leave. That happened, but that happens all the time with visual novels. Not all the time, but it happens all the time. A lot. It's not uncommon for it to happen. I just sort of let you know, just in case you missed it. It happened while you were watching too, by the way. So it wasn't too long ago. So that's the game, guys. There's the Once again, this game is brought to me today by the amazing people at Rattapop Man, Penguin Pop Games. Thank you for sending me this game. It's time for Marbulay's mini indie game review. So what do we think about Graveyard Girls? I'm going to cut to it right. I'm going to do this one really short and sweet, guys. Really short and sweet. Just wait. Rattapopman says, Curious has an legitimate bug. As for the others, I don't know. Maybe it's a mash the buttons, you zip through the animation. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it was me. I'm not too sure. It didn't bother me at all. I just thought, Okay, guys, time for Marbulay's mini indie game review. I'm not going to do it like the other reviews, where I sit down and talk about the story, what it looks like, stuff like that. I'm just going to say how I don't care how this game looks. To me, it looks good. The pictures are good. I'm just going to tell you what this game, how it had an effect on me. I struggled to read this game. I haven't played a game before that I was almost in tears. If you could play this game with its soundtrack in the background, its beautiful visualization, and its dialogue, without getting like a frog in your throat or shedding back tears, if you could do that without doing any of those things, then I think you might have a problem. This game touched me in a way I've never been touched by any other game before. It's a visual novel. Some may not call it games. Some may just call it this is basically an interactive book. But I don't care what you say. It was a struggle to read. But saying that, it was a struggle in a good way. I had to pause the mic quite a number of times as I almost broke down. And just talking about it now, it's quite hard. This game is fucking amazing. That's all I have to say about it. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. Absolute brilliant. Radapop man, you should pat yourself on the back or head or wherever you want to pat yourself for actually publishing this game because it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, my friend. Brilliant. It's available for the Nintendo Switch, the PS4, the PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, guys. Go get it now. It just got released on the 1st of February 2024. Do yourself a favor and get this beautiful game. It's outstanding. I'd like to thank everyone for calling past the live stream today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're watching this back on my YouTube channel, please, guys, like and subscribe. Help my channel grow. I really do appreciate you. Thank you in advance. Make sure you take care of yourselves and ones you love because you don't know how long you've got them for, guys. Take care of them. Don't forget to feed your pets. And remember, the name's Marbrelay. Say hi to your dog for me. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.